So you have been thinking about moving to the Phoenix area and you are not about the desert. You're not about the brown, the stucco, the tile roofs. Well, you know, Phoenix has a lot more than that. And in this video, we are going to show you the area of town that you're going to want to focus on. You're going to be blown away. Don't go anywhere because you're not going to believe this landscape, the trees, the green, coming at you right after this. Hello, this is Cheryl Willis over at the Real Agent Now group right here in Phoenix, Arizona. And if this is the first time to our channel, you're going to want to tap that little subscribe button and click that little bell so that you are notified each and every time we release a new video. We are getting dozens of calls every single day and we love it. The phone has been ringing off the hook for 2023. Look, if you're thinking about moving to Phoenix and you're really looking for neighborhoods, desirable areas, maybe historic homes, what is the neighborhood like? What are the amenities? What are the price points? I'm telling you, we can only answer all your own personal questions if you pick up that phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, days, nights, or weekends. We got you back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona, and I cannot wait to show you this part of Phoenix. So you're probably not surprised that the greater Phoenix area at one time didn't have stucco homes and it didn't have tile roofs. Like, think about it. What did they do in the 40s and the 50s? Well, Phoenix was a sprawling, cute little Western town in the 40s and 50s. And of course, it started in the center part of town. So you're going to find a lot of older homes around the downtown Phoenix area as it then rolls out to Camelback Mountain. Now, here's the thing, people that come to us, give us a call, they always want new construction. Well, as our city became this massive urban sprawl, the newer construction just kept going out and out and out. And let me tell you, from one end to the other now, Phoenix metropolitan area, over an hour-and-a-half drive. People don't realize how big we are. If you want to be in the center of it all, you're going to love what I have in this video for you. So many times people, again, they come to Phoenix thinking they want something and it's something completely different. All right, let's start talking about, what am I talking about? All right, Central Phoenix is broken up in three different sections. We have downtown Phoenix, we have midtown, and we have uptown. Makes sense, right? In this video, I'm going to show you what I found in uptown. And uptown is going to be kind of the more, not kind of, definitely more coveted luxury, more sprawling estates. In fact, John McCain used to own a home up here, and you'll find many, again, entertainers, politicians, athletes, more affluent, large estates in this area. We're talking predominantly two different zip codes, but there's still some north and southbound roads you're going to have to be familiar with. The great thing about, one of the million great things about Phoenix is everything here is on a grid system. Everything runs north-south, east-west. And this part of Phoenix, let's use Central Avenue as our center. And the most desirable homes are between 7th Avenue and 7th Street. So we're going to call that between the 7 and 7s. Now, it's interesting as the market has become more demanding and when I say more demanding, I mean over like the last 10 to 20 years, as more people are moving here and they really like this type of ginormous, beautiful front lawns, beautiful oak trees that are over 100 years old. These are absolutely stunning estates that don't very often come on the market. And then when they come on the market, they're always very personalized because, again, these are homes that were started potentially in the mid to late 40s, and they've either been added on, maybe a second level, created a second home. Like, you know how it can get as you get creative. So these two different zip codes. And for your notes, you can write this down. It's 85012 and 85013, but only half of 85013. So it's not completely accurate. If you're looking for historic areas, there are a lot of historic areas in Central Phoenix. And there's some very, very coveted neighborhoods. let's drive through some of my most favorite. I don't know if you guys can see my smile. I love this. Now, this is winter time that I'm driving around in this, and you can see how some of the lawns are green and some of them are brown. Let me tell you, springtime, they're all green. Here in Arizona, we have winter lawn that you have to grow every winter. You would, it's a process that you lay down rye seed. And those are the lawns that are going to be green. If you don't, then the grass that you have just goes dormant, turns brown. And as we start to see the warmer days and our springtime sprinkles, everyone's lawns are beautiful green. The trees in this area are absolutely gorgeous. And if you'll notice, there is some palm trees, but people don't realize this. Palm trees aren't native to Arizona. We really are more of, again, these beautiful oak trees. When you get out in the desert, you have the cactus and the verdes and things like that. But there is a lot of trees and bush that grow very naturally, very low water in the greater Phoenix area. So you don't have to have desert landscaping. And in this part of town, I don't think you see very much desert landscaping at all. If you're wondering what the entry point is in this particular area, it really varies. Like, here's an older neighborhood, which I happen to love. I sold on this street, and I'm telling you, it was the most stunning Tudor style home. Like, who would have thought a Tudor style home in Phoenix, right? But there are some older homes here. Now, these homes were built in the late 60s, early 70s, and although they're very livable, you can see they're kind of outdated and not something that's really what you would consider desirable. Well, we have developers that go into, pick up these homes, demolish them, and turn them into these super ultra modern, to die for homes. So although the current home might be 70s, 60s, and really outdated, these are more on quarter-acre, third-acre lots, very private, because again, there's just not a lot of frontage on these homes. You can pick these remodeled homes up for just over $2 million. The older homes, if they come on the market, somewhere between $500 and $750. So there's your price point for this particular area. Now, if you're looking for some of these more coveted neighborhoods that have the 1-acre lots and the ginormous trees, those are going to be around $1.5 million, but you're going to be looking at more ranch style homes. Now, although some people have already taken that initiative to knock that puppy down and build these massive modern homes, they probably picked up their property for over $1 million, and then they're going to still do the $2 million improvement. Living in this area, you have close proximity to just about anything and everything. Shopping. There is all kinds of cute little mom and pop shops that probably have been managed and owned and operated for generations. Just up on Camelback Road. You also have access to 7th Avenue and 7th Street, which, by the way, 7th Avenue and 7th Street they both go north and south, but they also have what they call here in Arizona suicide lanes. What's that? The suicide lanes actually help, well, you think, in concept, they help with the traffic flow. So everyone seems to be going south in the morning and north in the evening. What does that mean? Obviously, there's a lot of employment in the downtown Phoenix area, and the people that work in downtown Phoenix, this is their preferred area of living. At least along the whole way of Central Avenue obviously goes all the way up to North Phoenix. So by giving that direction of traffic an extra lane during those 2 hours of heavy commute, it offloads a lot of that traffic congestion. Some people worry about head-on collisions. I'm not going to say they don't ever happen. That's probably why Arizona has one of the highest head-on collisions. And I have no idea why. People here in Arizona access on-ramps on freeways and go the wrong way more than any other state, I think. I don't know if that's a real stat, but I have to tell you, it seems like there's always a tragic situation as somebody going a wrong way, but it actually doesn't happen very often here. They did do some studies, because there are some people that refuse to go in those lanes, and I get it, because especially at that bewitching hour, if it changes at 4 p.m. and it's 3:59, are you driving the right way? But It's a main thoroughfare when it's not during commuter traffic. You don't have to take 7th Street though. You could take 13th or you could take 16th, although 16th is busy as well. But here is the road that I enjoy the most, and that's Camelback Road. As you continue to drive Camelback East, you're going to get to Biltmore Fashion. Oh my God. You want to talk about high-end shopping, restaurants, boutiques, golf, spa, resorts, happy hours? That's my favorite go-to place. If I lived in the central area, I would be heading east to Biltmore and even potentially over by Paradise Valley, Arcadia area. You can go to downtown Phoenix, but I have to tell you, at the 5 o'clock bewitching hour, that town is quiet and kind of dead. I don't care if it's a weekday or a weekend, it is eerily quiet. It is not the normal type of downtown that you are used to at all. Now, business travel, there is a ton of business travel down there. And when there is a game, because we have 2 of the stadiums down there, we have the Phoenix Sun Stadium, and then we also have the Diamondback Stadium. So that would be baseball. And when those are going on, there is a nice hustle and bustle, but I have to tell you, an hour after the game, it's crickets. It's so weird. So if you're looking for a great place to eat, here are my 3 favorite restaurants if you lived in Central Phoenix. My very first one is Durant's. Now Durant's, gosh, I don't even know how long they've been around. I'm gonna say like the 60s or the 70s. It feels like you are going back in time, and like a show of The Sopranos was shot here. The steak is insane. The service is over the top. You just feel like New York and Sopranos. I don't know why. My second favorite place, and you gotta hit it, is Pizzeria Bianco. Boy, if you haven't seen that on all the recognition, Guy Fieri actually had him on his show. It's a great little clip on Netflix, as a matter of fact. If you get a chance, it's affordable. You gotta wait a little while. Plan on at least 45 minutes to an hour any day of the week. But if you go to the original one. There's 2 now, I think, here in Phoenix area. Go to the original one. Get their pizza. Don't go off and do their lasagna. And you know what? I know they're really famous for the pizza that has onions and pistachios on it, but it wasn't really my flavor. Let's just put it that way. I go for the fresh margarita pizza, so it doesn't have all the different things that are taking away from the most amazing crust in the entire world, and the fresh vegetable on top. Oh my gosh, I'm a basil girl. And basil grows amazing here, by the way. And my third favorite, and I've been there once, I probably won't go again. It's one of those things that's an experience. It is none other than Binkley's. Binkley's is not even really a restaurant, it's an experience. It is a 21-course experience. Just to go and sit down, it's $250. And then everything is a la carte afterwards. The menu, the food, is $250 a person. Beverage pairing is $200 a person on top of that. And if you want to add Wagyu beef to that, at another $60. And caviar is $126 a person. And the foie gras, is that right? Foie gras, that's $45 a person. What a bargain. So you're going to spend about $1,000 for 2 people to enjoy this. So that's why I say definitely give it a try, but once is enough. The private schools in this area are top notch. I'm talking the 5-star schools are all in this general vicinity area. There's Brophy, Preparatory, there's all types of private schools, Christian schools, there's Jewish schools. There's an amazing temple that is in smack dab in the middle of Central Phoenix. I'm telling you, all the highly desired, highly accredited, highly rated schools in the greater Phoenix area are in Central Phoenix. And I get this a lot from a lot of people that are looking for that very specific type of education or focus, whether it be like on science or literary arts, or if it's religion, or and they find themselves in Central Phoenix, but they don't want to live in Central Phoenix because most of the budgets that people have moving to the greater Phoenix area and the type of home they want they find themselves more out in the newer parts of the greater Phoenix area, because I have to be honest with you again, even though there's a starting point of 500-ish in the Central Phoenix area, they don't like what $500,000 can get them. So that seems to be a little frustrating. Here's another great thing. We don't have very much public transportation in the greater Phoenix area, but this part of the greater Phoenix area, top notch. Number one, there are direct bus lines from all the main streets. Like I said, 7th Avenue, 7th Street, Camelback. Well, that's one word. And they're also, the light rail serves Camelback in this area. So you can take advantage of the public transportation, although if you're buying a $2 million home in a luxury estate, maybe you don't want to take the light rail, right? But anyways, it is a great place. And I'll tell you, in downtown Phoenix, there is an organization called DTPHX, Downtown Phoenix. It's a downtown association that really focuses on safety, security. They're very event centric. So there are so many events just to hop and to skip. And I'll tell you, taking the bus or a light rail down to a wine tasting event in Central Phoenix actually would be a blast. And then you don't have to worry about driving home. Now, of course, we have Uber, we have Lyft, we have Waymo self-driving vehicles in Phoenix now too. So there's lots of choices and events and activities in the greater Phoenix area right here in that central corridor. A lot of people have been talking about homeless, and let me just say, fortunately, Arizona is not at the top of those lists. Does that mean we don't have any homeless? By no means did I say that. We do have homeless. And when you look up what area of town has the most homeless, it's Phoenix, the city of Phoenix. And it's specifically on 13th Avenue between Madison and Jefferson. We have a lot of presidents' names. So there is a homeless area that they are trying very hard to work with many of these individuals in creating shelters and some other alternative living arrangements for these people. But it's a problem. It's a problem nationally. And if you're wondering about the political climate out here, although it is greatly changing, right now when I'm doing this video, the majority of the blue voters are registered in the city of Phoenix. Not that they are not in any other city, but you see a higher concentration and density in the Phoenix area. So with that coupled with now we have a new blue mayor, she was our mayor for Phoenix, now she's our governor. So it'll be interesting to see how things change, and we still have a very, very heavy red presence. So although election-wise, we're now a blue governor state, it's still a very, very good balance. And here's the best part. I really feel like Arizona gets along. Like everybody gets along. It's not even a conversation. And when it is a conversation, it's not an argument. There are so many hiking trails literally within minutes of this area. You can go up north to the North Phoenix Preserve. You can pop on over to 17 and head up north. You can go to Lake Pleasant. You can go up to Flagstaff, Prescott. I'm telling you, Cottonwood, all these cute little charming little towns. You can also take 51 and you can head over towards Desert Ridge, McDowell Mountains. That's also where more shopping is at Kierland and Scottsdale Quarters. I'm telling you, this is why it's called Central Phoenix, because it's central, right? Okay. My trail favorite right here is called Piestewa, and that is a perfect trail to hike at night because it's literally a massive stairs, like literally a 1.5 miles of stairs straight up in natural rock. And everybody wears a night camera, a night light, and you can see the lights going up. You see amazing night view, and then you come back down. So you have a very direct up and down, but it kicks your butt, I'll tell you. It kicks your butt. And for those of you who are world travelers, you're gonna love the proximity for the airport. Phoenix Airport is only about 10-15 minutes, and this is again a great reason to use light rail. You just pop on with your luggage and it takes you right to the airport from this area. There's also Deer Valley Airport that's not too far from here. Parks, trails, bicycles, I love that too. We are a very bicycle-centric city. We have bike lanes and people respect them. and they're wider, it seems like, than other states. I'll tell you, there are some roads that I wouldn't get on, but in Arizona, you see a lot of people riding their bikes, especially in the early mornings. Medical care in this part of Phoenix is phenomenal. Not only do you have Phoenix Children's Hospital, but you also have several other, even the VA hospital is in the Central Phoenix area, Banner, Honor Health. I even go there for my dentist. Like, my dentist is one of the top in the state, and I go all the way to Central Phoenix. You will want for nothing if you need to take care of your body, self, mindset, hair, nails, teeth, eyes. Central Phoenix is where it's at. It is a pleasure to call Arizona my home, and I hope that that remains. I think we all do. All right, so as I'm wrapping up, I want to tell you, there's so many neighborhoods in this part of Phoenix, I can't even start naming them. Like, literally, it would be like credits running down. Blah, blah, blah. There's a ton of them because they're so niche-y. So if you're interested in a property like this, you know what you're gonna need to do? Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Days, nights, or weekends, we got your back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona, and I cannot wait to hear from you. Pick up that phone today and call me now. See you soon. Until then, be kind, be safe, and I'll talk to you later.